In this tutorial, we are going to be going over the newspaper databases at Bristol. Bristol subscribes to several newspaper databases. We also subscribe to the New York Times Online. If you're interested in getting a free account through the New York Times, you can click on the slides at the bottom of the Library Learning Commons homepage. Go through our slides until you get to this one, New York Times Online. Click on it, and then go over here to New York Times Online. There are instructions here on how to create an account with them. If you're off campus creating your account, then there are different instructions. So when you click on this, you'll find the school, Bristol Community College, and then to create how to do this if you're not on campus. On campus is here. These are instructions to use for off campus. Once you're logged in, then you can read the New York Times Online. It looks like this. It's a great free tool that you can use for your classes. Okay, now all of our databases are listed under this A to Z tab, and once we click on that, we'll click on it again, and this is just an alphabetical list of all of our databases. The first newspaper database we're going to look at is the Boston Globe, which if we scroll down here, we have full text access for articles back to 1980, and they're usually about 1 day behind when ending up in the database. We click on it, and it's like any of our other databases. It will have a search bar where you can type in your keywords, but always go to advanced search. That way you can put in multiple keywords if you're looking for a specific article. So this is one database. If we go back to our A to Z list, and then we go to the H's, we also have the historical Boston Globe, which goes back to 1872 to 1984, and the historical New York Times. This goes back to 1851, and it goes up to 2012. These databases are great for history classes if you're comparing an event that happened way back up to recent times. This would be a great database to go into. It can also show you advertisements that occurred way back in history. Next, we'll go to the N for newspaper. So we also have the New York Times database. So you can go back and look at articles, go back to 1985, and look up articles that you might know of topics, or just look for topics. This is the link to the New York Times Online edition. Then we also have this database, New York News One File by Gale Company. And this provides you access, as it says, to U.S. regional, national, and local newspapers, and also images, radio, and TV broadcast transcripts. So that can also be helpful when it comes to your research. Next is a database called Newspaper Source. And again, this also contains local and national, but as you can see listed here, the Christian Science Monitor, USA Today, the Washington Post, the Washington Times, and foreign newspapers, the Times in London, the Toronto Star, etc. This also gives you radio and news transcripts from CBS News, CNN, Fox News, NPR, and more. And then lastly is Nexus Uni, which I'm going to open because this looks very different than many of the other ones. This is actually a great database if you are doing research for legal cases. Mostly that's what this was created for, but you can also access many foreign newspapers through this database. So if you're looking at things across the world and want to see what other countries are saying about the US or about an incident that's happening in the world, this is a great database for that. All of these databases will provide you different types of research. So if you're doing research on a topic, many of our other databases do contain newspaper articles like Academic Search Complete and Academic One File, which are great databases to start in when you're starting your research. But if you want a specific newspaper that you want to look at, the newspaper databases are really useful, and that's what they're meant for. So this was just an overview of all our newspaper databases. Please ask a librarian if you need assistance.